the family of the late Jonathan Moi, led by Mama Sylvia and the children, the extended family, led by His Excellency, the second President of Kenya, and their brothers who are working with us in Parliament, Honorable Gideon Moi and his brother, and the rest of the extended family. Your Excellency, the Deputy President, Your Excellency Mama Ngina Kenyatta, all other distinguished guests, good afternoon. Mine will be very brief. First, as a son of a pastor and someone who was brought up in Sunday school, I didn't need the reminder of Bishop, who is also my bishop. I did not need the reminder because I am a Christian first before being a senator. I know, Bishop, there's been a lot of debate about what is the role of us politicians in church. We get bashed all the time when we come to such functions. But I want to give you this assurance. We are also seeking to be in heaven. And should it be that Christ comes now, don't be surprised I will be seated slightly ahead of many of you, despite the fact that there is a lot of conversation about politicians being equated to being sinful. And I want to say here that we came here to celebrate a man that some of us had no personal relationship like many others did. But there's something so unique about JT that has been said by everybody. As a young boy, when we watched the Safari Rally, it was always a wonderful moment in April, around April, Easter times, to see him racing. And finally that, you know, in the words of Robert Frost, who wrote the poem, The Road Not Taken, he wrote that poem and said that, you know, two roads diverged in a yellow hood. And since I would not go through both roads, I decided that I will take the one that was leafy, that was grassy and wanty of wear, and the one that was less trodden. I think in the family of Mzee Moi, the uniqueness of JT, what he did, was to take something that he wanted to leave a purpose in life. He never feared the what we call this idea that I come from Royalhood, I come from a big family, I can't do certain sports, I must all do certain ones. This man defined uniqueness and followed his path and his passion and vision. And that's exactly what we should do. Even as we speak in his funeral, I think this is what we should allow our children to be, what they want to be, because in that which they want to be, God has created a way for them to leave a mark in the society. And therefore, when we are standing here, we come here to say pole to the family, to our friend and colleague, Gideon Moi, whom we work together and actually works with us in the majority side. I want to say pole sana, brother, and pole to the whole family, pole to Mzee Moi. Like Bishop Silas Yeko said, most of the people who are sitting here passed directly through the hands of Mzee Moi. Some of us became indirect beneficiaries because I'm among the youngest politicians who are sitting here. But we have maximum respect of Mzee Moi. We have learned a lot from Mzee Moi. Can you imagine that Jonathan was born in Tambach in my county by a humble teacher, a hustler, who gave birth to that, you know, if you say his first primary school, it was a humble primary school somewhere, but walked through when his father became a senator slowly. In fact, somebody wrote somewhere, and I was reading online, that the story of firstborns and first children is almost defines the story of the family. And Mzee Moi, having worked so hard from the humble beginning as a teacher and showed us his values of generosity and giving. If there was a man who taught this country giving, even including in churches, it is Mzee Moi. So we have utmost respect. And I want to make this assurance here, that those of us who are in politics and who come even from this community, we will never forget to follow in the footsteps of Mzee Moi, to push for the unity of our community, which was really a major thing he wanted, and to push for the unity of our country, that we become, you know, when Mzee Moi used to tell us peace, love, and unity, many people thought it was mchezo. But now this is one of the things we yearn for. And when I see Senator Orengo speak here positively about Mzee Moi, I am very, very happy because that shows we are closing closer. Because I remember as a young boy watching Senator Orengo speak in Oginga Odinga's funeral. It was different from how he spoke here. And I think wisdom comes with time. And we must appreciate what we are saying here, that the more we stay together, the more we learn from God, the more we learn that we are one, we will push for the unity of this country. May God bless you, and may God continue protecting his family. Asante sana.
Basi